inmate at the Lackawanna County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press 1. To prevent this call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. If you are an attorney and do not want this call recorded, please hang up and call 570-963-6639, extension 4522, or extension 0 after business hours. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey, Shawn, how you doing, man?
Good morning, Rudy. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You know, I got to watch myself. I always ask you how you're doing, but I don't imagine being captured by the enemy in a in a crap hole jail is all that good. So maybe I should ask a different question other than how you're doing,
Yeah, no, it's always a unique experience, but I'm doing okay.
That's good.
I had a little agent provocateur pop up into my life, and he popped out of my life. Guy who he came to visit me in jail. He came to a couple of my court hearings. Said he was going to get me a lawyer, doing all this stuff, and then he ended up blocking my calls and disappearing. So kind of your typical mole can just send in for information. Again, when he couldn't get any, he left.
Wow, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I don't put anything below the enemy as far as agent provocateurs or jailhouse snitches that lie. They do all kinds of wicked things.
Yeah, this guy was unique. I actually got moved to another unit in the jail because there was some drama that went on in the jail, and I think some different people are trying to cause me to go through the hole, and it didn't work out for him. But this guy, in the process of doing it, kind of showed his true colors. But it was unique. He was by the name Shawn Christy. So if anybody runs into him, I would suggest not talking to him because he's one of your typical scumbags.
Got it.
Actually, what else have I had happen? We got through Christmas. Before Christmas actually happened, I got a visit from the Assistant District Attorney of Carbon County and my public defender, standby public defender girl. And it was still trying to get typical. They wanted me to take a plea deal and all the other nonsense, and I told them no. I told them that we're taking to trial. And I also informed them that we're going to have the federal people subpoenaed. That they talked about in my preliminary hearing about having subpoenaed. And one of these people is Deputy Marshal Nick Hennevig, who actually testified against me at my federal trial. So now I get to have him at my state trial now. And that was interesting. What was interesting, though, was Gay at Carbon County had been trying to contact the jail here to get in touch with me because I'm pro se. And the jail would not get in touch with me. So they actually had to come here. They actually had to drive like over an hour to come visit me in person because the jail wouldn't get in touch with me.
Wow.
So that was, as much as I don't like what Carbon County's doing, I can respect them for at least coming to visit me. It's something more than the vet will do. And I actually respect the fact that I'm pro se, which is decent. But just games. Now I found out Luzerne County, the county I have the gun case out of. They put in a transport order for me, so probably by the end of this week, or not this week, but by next week, I should be at another jail.
I see. Do you know what other jail you're going to go to? Because we'll have to update the website with your new mailing address.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't even worry about the mailing address. I should only be there for like a week. But it should be Luzerne County Correctional Facility.
Okay.
I should be there for like a week. It's for my state trial. It's scheduled, so I have a lot of history with Luzerne County, a lot of history with the DA there, Stephanie Salamana. So it'll be an interesting case, and it's the case that my uncle's involved in. Now what's messing me up is The fact you're refusing to give me my court transcripts. My public defender, my standby counsel, gave me two different stories. I wrote the court about it. The court has not gotten back to me. So transcripts that I could have used for my defense in my state trial, I don't have. Which kind of sucks for me. But I'll be just doing it by memory. But I mean, what my uncle did was he was working with the cops the whole time. So I'm trying to get him to breaking the state court as to who he was working with and what purposes they had. I think that'll come back from my federal appeal.
Yeah. Do you think they'll eventually put you in a federal prison?
Once I'm sentenced to federal time, I have to. I'm not really looking forward to a federal prison that much.
Yeah.
Better than East County prisons. But they have a lot of problems with me. I mean, they messed up really badly, and I'm not taking plea deals, so now I'm forcing them to put good cards on the table, to like this Louisiana County case. I mean, I can pretty much prove that at my uncle's house, they left stuff at the crime scene. It wasn't supposed to be here. I can prove copy plan and evidence. I can prove with his testimony certain items were supposed to be at the house, so now it's still on them to prove or disprove. And it's up to the FBI, because I think what interests me with the FBI is, I mean, I'm still in contact with them to a limited extent about some different issues. But what interests me with them is, I know at my first case in McAdoo, I know there was federal agents on scene that day. The day that I allegedly assaulted the mayor, I know there was federal agents on scene that day. They took them off the scene because they were trying to initiate another arrest. It went bad because federal agents left. So I know the feds knew about that situation and let it transpire. I'm just trying to prove right now that the feds knew about the Louisiana County situation at my uncle's house and let that transpire, because that just, you can't, when you look up the federal rules of criminal procedure, you can't just leave a gun or ammunition in an area when you're doing a sting. Like, it has to be paperwork, it has to be approved. You can't just do stuff like that. You can't disable a weapon and leave it on scene. And I think that's what he did at my uncle's house, and I think that's why he got in trouble. And I had the same stuff happen at Dakota Meyer's house. Actually, I went down there. There was a rifle left. The rifle had dead ammunition in it. And I argued with the FBI agent in court about how ammunition is supposed to work and supposed to not work. And what they did there was they actually, Dakota Meyer stated, well, I hadn't seen that rifle or known the location of it for 3 months prior to the incident. Video footage from Dakota Meyer's home wasn't turned over, like he did not turn over the complete video footage. So actually in that event, they tried to pull that weapon out of the case because it was such an illegal thing that they were doing. Like, they knew I was down at Dakota Meyer's house. They knew that for, I want to say, a week and a half. I've been going to his garage every night. I've been in the area. I've been on camera around the home. They knew I was at the home. At one point, there was a person in the house that shined a flashlight on me, at me, and kept blinking it. At least, I don't want to say kept blinking, at least blinked it one time at me as I was going into the woods. They knew. They knew I was down there. They didn't do anything. They let the situation transpire. And that's just the problem that I've had so many times with the feds. They let this stuff happen. And then they say, oh, well, we didn't know what was happening, but they did.
Yeah. Well, these law enforcement officials, and especially the FBI, man, I consider them children of the devil. I mean, they just lie. It seems like the better they lie, the better promotions they get. But hey, if you go to a federal prison, there's an email system called Corlinks, CORRLINKS, and
yeah, I've had that before when I was in there the last time. It's a very expensive way to email.
Okay.
Because it charges you by the minute. But yeah, I've had that before. So if we come to that eventuality, I'll get the email address for you guys.
Okay. Well, it's crazy, man. They sending in agent provocateurs and the way they handled the trial, and now you're looking at time in a federal prison, and it's just insanity. The whole dang criminal justice system has just gone insane. Is there anything we can do, Shawn? I mean, I know your parents love you and care about you, and I don't know what we can do at this point other than pray.
Yeah, I mean, there's always prayer. I mean, I think there's always you guys put my stuff out there unabridged, and I really appreciate that. It's like today, I know there's a lot of people that, like I said, there was a plan. I'm not going to get into too many details. I was supposed to be going to the home, and that didn't happen. So I know a lot of people today, when they hear my voice, are going to be very upset about that. Think the plan didn't happen. And that's the kind of stuff, that's good stuff. Just talking to my dad, there's like a lot of stuff going on out there. Like a lot of people just unhappy with the government. There's some stuff going on down in Virginia I've been hearing about. So it's
right, yeah. You're right. There's people saying a civil war could kick off in Virginia.
I think one thing I do want to address, since we have a little extra time here, is, it's always interesting because Virginia was like Patrick Henry. It was a very fundamental state in the Revolution. I believe it was Confederate during the Civil War. It was an important state with, I believe, General Lee, if I'm not mistaken. What I want people to be careful of, because I've fallen into this trap in my life, is if these people are looking to join a group or whatever we're doing, they gotta be careful with the undercover cops, because it's such an FBI and ATF tactic to take like a patriot group and put in this idea, and you're a decent citizen, maybe you're drinking beer on the weekends, you're working your 9 to 5 or whatever job you're doing, and then you go to a group like this and you run into a cop, and you're a typical civilian, you got an AR-15 and you got your 9mm or whatever, and you want to join this group, and you join the group, and then the next thing you know, you got somebody talking to you saying, well, you know what, you need a bump stock. Well, bump stock, Jolie, well, you need a bump stock. Or somebody comes up to you with this little jinky little book from like Delta Force magazine, or even around that publishing company, and you're like, well, you can make it for auto. And you're trying to do a setup, and then sometimes you get the cops that come in and say, well, yeah, I'm a cop, but I'm really on your side. And it's just so easy to get caught up, so I would just like to put it out there for anybody to really just mind your P's and Q's when you're dealing with any of these groups, because whenever I hear like a keyword like revolution or civil war, it just seems like an FBI setup. And really, honestly, nobody would be getting stung in militias if everybody had a revolver for hunting, a bolt-action rifle for hunting, and a shotgun for hunting. All weapons that you can use for self-defense. It's a marketing scheme. And like I hear it, man, like on our radio here. I mean, we've got all these different gun companies. I remember the days when you wouldn't even hear gun advertisements on the radio. And now, like, every time I turn on the radio, you hear the gun companies and the self-defense companies. And I worry about it, because I've dealt with a gun shop where they had undercover cops working at, and they sold us guns. They backdated sales receipts. And then some of the guns that we sold back to them never got officially transferred over. One of the guns, the High Point carbine, actually the magazine of that weapon ended up in my uncle's house. So that's how dirty these people are.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. And as far as cops infiltrating good groups that are trying to stand up for liberty and justice, I mean, I believe that the FBI has infiltrated every militia in America. I mean, they wanted to do away with the militia, and they did that by infiltrating, and they set them up, and they tried to make it a bad word in America.
Well, yeah, it's a key word, a trigger word. I mean, if you see anybody in a group and they got the Free Backwoodsman for Independence T-shirts on, or the Association of Traditional Freemen, you're probably a cop. And, I've seen that. I've seen in my life that I've dealt with the FBI. I'm still in contact with them to a limited extent with some stuff that I've heard so many stories from them. If I hear the story anymore, get older, coming to talk to you and get things are actually happening, I'm about to vomit. Like, I've heard this story so many times, it hasn't came to fruition. And I see the true colors of these people. I mean, everybody else can talk to me. But it seems like the feds just can't talk to me because they're guilty. And that's what I've always ran into is guilty people can't talk because they would have to admit that they're guilty. If they can prove me different, I challenge them to prove me different. I mean, come talk to me and come lay the cards on the table. I don't think they can do it. But we'll see what happens in the new year.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, you know, regarding that Virginia thing too, going back to that, you know, as far as there being a civil war, I know. Here's the deal: if there was going to be a civil war, there would have been one after Waco when they burned children alive and they stood on top of their tanks, and they had photographs taken of them. I don't believe the American people has it in them to, you know, to fight back. It just seems like everybody wants to lay down and have our liberties be taken away, and they don't resist, right? And most people take plea deals, right? You're kind of odd in that you don't take a plea deal, but most people do, you know. So
yeah, you know, you're exactly right. People get one. Excuse me, I'm catching a little bit of cold. But not many people. I had this conversation with my dad today, this morning. Like, the problem that I've always ran into with cops is I've never had one cop. There's a lot of cops out there who could testify. They could come out tomorrow, say, you know what, this was illegal. Here's the 18-page brief, okay, of what really happened. And here's the evidence. Shawn Christy's innocent. They won't do that for two reasons. One, they like good jobs, and they like good money.
yeah,
That's a security blanket. Two, they're scared because they see what good co-workers do on a day-to-day basis, and they don't want to be subjected to that rack. So it's kind of like a fear complex that we have. But I mean, it's why I dislike cops so much, because I've had so many cops I've dealt with, especially the U.S. Marshals. Like, the U.S. Marshals are the biggest scumbags. And, like, I've tried to take away my personal bias with them, but it's hard. But, like, they're scumbags. Like, they will be nice to you, they'll wine and dine you, you talk to them when they're undercover, and they're nice, and they're sociable, and they want to be your best friend. But then you look at what they did, you look at how they took Ed Brown, and you look at how they were trying to take Randy Weaver, and that's good training, that's their MO. They come in real nice, and at the end of the day, they kick your face in, they put you in a crappy jail like I'm at here. You don't get medical, you don't get dental, they take away your mail with no reason, they block you from the media, and that's the real U.S. Marshals. And that's why I hate them so much, because every time in my life, I've always went above and beyond to give these people a chance. And they have let me down so miserably. Not just let me down, but they brutally assaulted me in the process. Like, they're scumbags. I have no liking for them. I won't ever deal with them on a cultural basis again. I mean, the FBI and me, it's just a need relationship. They need me right now. So that's the only reason that I'm dealing with them. And I'm pro se, so I have to. But as far as the Marshals go, they're scumbags. They're just good representative of what American law enforcement has become.
no, you know the U.S. Marshals are the one who murdered Gordon Call. And going back to what you said earlier, they love their jobs and they love their income. That's the problem with all of America. Is America has people that they love their jobs, right? They love their money, they love their income, and it prevents them from saying what they really feel, right? It prevents them from standing up for the truth, because if they do, right, if they do stand up for the truth and if they do take a stand, they're going to lose their job possibly, or they're going to lose their business if they have a business. And that's how the bad guys have a control on law enforcement and most of the people, is that they're concerned they're going to lose their filthy lucre, their money, right? The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, and that's the problem.
Well, yeah, you know, you're exactly right, because you lose your money.
You have 1 minute remaining.
You're threatening your kids, threatening your family, but it's crazy. But hey, have a good New Year. I'll probably be in touch after the New Year sometime. So, Happy New Year to you. Hopefully 2020 will be better than 2019 was.
Yeah, well, keep the faith, Shawn, and I don't know what the future holds in 2020, but I know the Lord is in control, and we're praying for you that, somehow He open up a path that you can get out of there. And thanks for the call. Thanks for the call. We are praying for you.
Yeah, we'll see what my Aunt Annie has in store. So, hey, God bless you, Rudy. Have a great New Year.
You too, Shawn. God bless you, man.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.